In the heart of the sprawling metropolis known as Gearwell, the air was thick with the scent of diesel and ambition. Towering structures clawed at the smog-choked sky, their ironwork exteriors glistening with a sheen of oil and sweat. This was a city driven by the relentless rhythm of pistons and gears, where massive, diesel-fed engines powered everything from the streetlights to the trolley cars crisscrossing the cobblestone streets. It was in the belly of this mechanical beast that Tobias Harker lived and toiled. An engineer by trade and a dreamer by nature, Tobias had always been fascinated by the intricate dance of cogwheels and camshafts that kept Gearwell alive. However, beneath his fascination lay a burgeoning sense of unrest. The city, for all its industrious blaze, cared little for the souls that fed its flames. One cold evening, as Tobias was walking home through the maze-like alleyways of the lower district, a faint glimmer caught his eye. Nestled between two rusting dumpsters was a peculiar device, unlike anything Tobias had ever seen. It was circular, with delicate engravings that whispered of an older, perhaps wiser civilization. Despite its apparent antiquity, the device hummed with life, its heart a small glowing orb of blue energy. Intrigued, Tobias scooped up the device and hurried to his modest workshop. Night melted into dawn as he studied the strange mechanism, eventually unraveling its purpose. A beacon. But a beacon for what? The question gnawed at his mind, an itch that begged for a scratch. His question was answered the very next night when the skies over Gearwell parted with a sound like cracking thunder. Massive airships, the likes of which Tobias had never imagined, descended through the clouds. Their hulls were sleek and fortified, powered by engines that hummed a stark, eerie tune. Tobias watched, heart hammering in his chest, as people descended from the ships. They wore clothing of leather and brass, and carried with them the air of nobility long forgotten. These were the Etherborn, descendants of the ancient ones who had built the first machines. Disillusioned by the direction their technology had taken, they had left Earth to build a society in the skies. The device Tobias had found was a test, a means to judge whether the people of Gearwell were ready to embrace a new dawn. The arrival of the Aetherborn sparked a revolution in Gearwell. Meetings were held, agreements forged, and gradually the city began to transform. The Aetherborn shared their technology, not just of mechanics, but of sustainable energy. Ways to harness the winds and the sun, methods that breathed life back into a city choking on its own growth. Tobias became an ambassador of sorts, a bridge between the old ways of Gearwell and the new paths being laid by the Etherborn. He helped retrofit the old machines, integrating them with the advanced technology brought by the new arrivals. The work was grueling, but with each passing day the city's skies grew clearer, the oppressive blanket of smog lifting by inches. After months of labor, the day came when Tobias stood atop the highest tower in Gearwell. Looking out over a city reborn, the once dark, soot-covered buildings now shimmered with panels of solar glass and verdant greenery. The air was fresh, filled with the promises of tomorrow. As the sunset painted the sky with strokes of gold and crimson, Tobias knew that this was merely the beginning. The world below was still bound by chains of its own making, but here in Gearwell, those chains were breaking. And somewhere in the gentle hum of the new engines, there was a song of hope, a melody that Tobias and the Aetherborn would carry to the ends of the earth, and perhaps beyond. Thus, the engines of Gearwell did not just power lights and trolleys. They powered dreams, they powered futures, and most importantly, they powered change. In the whirring gears and the soft glow of the ethereal engines, the city had found its heart and its hope once more.